50th review. Technically it's like 70 something, but who the beep cares? It's my 50th official review. The PS1 is almost 20 years old. Yay, I might as well play a certain game which I have to play because, whoops, wrong side, must go on the other side. No, that's not the game, neither is that. No, not yet. Not yet. No. No. Not yet, guys, not yet. No, I've already done you, and I don't want you again. No, not yet. Don't know if ever. No. Nah. I'm pretty close. Just gotta go one down. Where the beep is the game? How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. Life goes on. I mean, where could it be? Is it in the GameCube? No. Is it in the N64? No, that would be ludicrous. Is it in the PS2? No. Is it in the Sega Saturn, which has actually come home? No. Is it in any of these cases? Oh my god, guys, I am not going to spend hours looking in every individual case that I own. I'm not gonna do that. I mean, it's not like it's in my PS1. Get off there. So it turns out that it wasn't there. Hello, and this is Big Bang Bot, and today I will be reviewing... Well, read the titles, you lazy beeps! But anyway, the game I will be reviewing is, obviously, Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, for the Sony PlayStation. Now, as for this game's history, started after Spyro 2 was completed and released in October of 2000 in North America and the UK, and November 2000 in the rest of the world, as in Europe. So that's interesting, and this game was critically acclaimed, and it sold millions of copies just like its previous game, so that's something. And this game was released in 2000 on the Year of the Dragon in the Chinese Zodiac, which, you know, explains why the game subtitle is Year of the Dragon. Come on, guys, both me and this game were created on the Year of the Dragon back in 2000, and it's a sequel to Spyro 2, one of the best platformers ever. So, it's like... me and this game were made for each other. We were literally made for each other. We may not have been born on the same day, but we were both born in the Year of the Dragon. Just that I was born billions of years before this game. This game has the potential to be the best game ever. I can't wait! So without further ado, it's time for me to review Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. Good old PS1 here. Wait, why isn't the game, why isn't the PS1 turning on? Why is it not turning on? Oh wait, it's not even plugged in. Stupid me, and it's a Japanese console, so the game won't work. Stupid of me. the story of the game begins in the Dragon Realms. And hey, look! The dragons from Spyro 1 are back!
Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
Anyway, these dragons are sleeping in beef until this evil bunny witch comes, I guess, and she decides to steal all of the eggs.
Eggs. You mean those things?
Anyway, this evil bunny witch thing is stealing all of the eggs, and her plan is going very well until she accidentally for the hunter's hand. Wait, what's the beaver's hunter doing here? Why is he here? Why is he here? Why is he here? Spyro, can you tell me why he's here? No? Hunter, can you tell me why you're here? Witch person, can you tell me? Spyro, can you tell me? Random dragon with the weird face, can you tell me? Dragon who's stuck, can you tell me? Could someone please tell me what the beaver's happening? Okay, I'll calm down. Anyway, this witch over here, she has this master called the sorceress, I guess. And this sorceress is very, very evil. Hey, just like Ripto! Ha 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 ha!
That's it. I've had enough. I'm going to create a monster to end all monsters. And I'm going to send it out to destroy all the dragons, even the little hatchlings. Yes, yes, it will smash them and crush them and grind them and tear them. Oh, yes, smear them and smoosh them and crack them and crease them. But, won't that kill them? That doesn't matter, as long as I can still collect their wings. What? All this time you only wanted them for their wings? Of course, you ignorant girl. I need them for a spell, so I can live forever. Wait a second. A spell? What did you think I was going to do with all those dragons? Open a zoo? You said just keeping them in our world was enough. You never said you had to kill them. I don't have to kill them. It just stops them from wriggling so much. You're terrible. I can't believe I ever listened to you. Stupid, insolent brat. I'll take care of her as soon as I finish off that dragon. Now, where was I? Ah, yes!
Hey, kind of like Hercules, except that Hercules had to kill a bunch of evil beasts and go into trials to become immortal, and the sorceress and Spyro 3 just wants, you know, dragon wings. So, what the beep, guys? My comparisons are terrible. So anyway, it's up to our good old friends Spyro and Hunter to travel across the Forgotten Realms and save those baby dragons and defeat the sorceress once and for all. There's also a subplot with Hunter and the bunny girl falling in love. And by the way, the bunny girl's called Bianca, so please shut up.
Another noble warrior.
The story is... I don't believe in terrible basic stories in the games that I play and review. Why do you guys want to hear about these stories so much? Why can't you just go to something like Wikipedia or Spyro Wiki or something like that and look up the story? I hate explaining the stories, and I don't care for the stories in games, and... Anyway... 10 minutes in. And it's time to move on to the gameplay. But I can say something, this game is basically what happens if you combine Spyro with a Lost World. And the game calls the Forgotten Realms. What do you get when you combine them? Brilliance! Not really, but we'll find out about that in my review. But for those of you who've seen my Let's Play, you should know what I think of this game, so... Yeah! Just like its predecessors, Spyro 3 is a 3D collectathon. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Not really, but at the beginning of the game, Bianca comes along and she has to tell you a very, very important message.
you're the one in charge of rescuing the eggs, huh? How sad. Look here, Dragon. If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back up that hole you came through. Those eggs belong to us now, and I've hidden them in places you'll never find in 1,000 years. Besides, even if you could find an egg, our expertly trained armies will dispose of you and take it back. Do I make myself clear? If I find you here again, I am going to be very angry. And you won't like me when I'm angry.
12 seconds later. And by the by, just so you know, FYI.
That egg that appears there appears right before Bianca in plain sight, and it's even obvious where it is, and it's before Bianca. Stupid Bianca, I've already found a stupid egg, you stupid rainbow flying bunny! Since I've already mentioned them, I might as well talk about the eggs. I don't like them. At all. The end. Okay, I'm not that mean. I'll explain the eggs. There are some eggs which are hiding in plain sight. So they're not even hiding, and there might not even be any enemies near them. Bianca? I'm questioning your intelligence.
Very angry. And you won't like me when I'm angry.
Some eggs you will need to perform some tricky platforming or some easy platforming to get to them, but there are some other types as well. For example, you will sometimes have to do a mission for another character, and if you do their mission, they'll give you an egg. Which are usually in a different loading zone which need a separate loading screen. Let me rephrase that. Practically all of these character challenges are in a separate area which need a separate loading zone. I'm not going to explain my hate for that yet. And last but not least, there are eggs at point B in each level. Why? Just why? Gems return and they do the exact same thing as they do in Spyro 2. Red, green, purple, yellow, pink, Moneybags and everything! And there's an optional power-up, which are these butterflies in a jar, which give you an extra number next to Spyro's decapitated head! Or in other words, lives, in the English language that you probably know. Now, in Spyro 2, there were only a few missions that I hated, and this is why I don't like the eggs in Spyro 3! In Spyro 3, there are so many egg challenges which I just absolutely despise, and I just hate them so much, and they're just... Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that again. If you want to find out what missions I hate, then you might as well check out my Spyro 3 Let's Play. Whether you'd want to watch all 16 hours of it, I don't know, but still, you might enjoy it for all you know. Moneybags returns, unfortunately, and he works exactly the same way as he does in the previous game. And I mean in the exact same way. I mean, seriously, he's just that stupid big fat bear he was in the previous game. Genius. But thankfully, you don't have to pay Moneybags to get new abilities anymore, because A, there aren't any new abilities in this game, and B, you have all of your abilities from the get-go, unlike two other video game characters I'm aware of. Wait, what the bleep is Samus? Samus! Ah, there's Samus. So beautiful. Not really, but whatever. Also Mashed Potato Samurai, or the Beat Map to Rainbow Road and the Miiverse stage. I will get back to this game soon. Speedways also returned this game as Sparks. By the way, he works exactly the same as he does in Spyro 1, so shut up. Gives you two challenges, either a time attack or race the butterflies. The time attack mode works exactly like the Speedways have in the past, as in you just gotta destroy everything in a certain time limit, and yeah, works the same as it did in the past. That's all I have to say. And race the butterfly / every other animal creature that you can find in these levels. It's basically a racing challenge, in case you couldn't tell by the race part in the title. And all it is a race. You've got to fly through rings and enjoy doing that. Hunter also hides in all of these levels, and you have to play as him in a challenge, which depends on which speedway you're playing. Now in the first world, it's like, whoa, oh my bleeping god, this is so bleeping fast and fun, oh my god! The second speedway has this challenge, it's like, yeah, I get to shoot the cows from Metropolis. Yay, this is so much fun! In the third speedway, Hunter basically has to run away or float away in his boat from an evil sheep, which basically flies a UFO from Metropolis. And for those of you who don't know, Metropolis is one of the levels in Spyro 2. That's all I need to say. The end. And in the last speedway, Hunter goes flying through rings made by this flying UFO from Metropolis. Again, even Hunter complains about it in the game.
Where do these flying sheep saucers keep coming from?
I hope they didn't get their inspirations from this. By the way, this is supposed to be a representation of Superman 64. In Spyro 3, there are a grand total of 4 hub worlds, and unlike in Spyro 2 where they're named after different seasons, they are named after different times of day. For example, the first hub world is called Sunrise Spring. The second hub world is called Midday Gardens. Midday, mate! Yeah, that was a terrible Australian accent, but whatever. And I'm not even playing Ty the Tasmanian Tiger or something else in Spyro 3 that should not be mentioned. So, why am I doing this Australian accent thing? The third world is called Evening Lake. And last but not least, the last world is called none other than Midnight Mountains. You're basically going from 6 AM to 12 AM. Congratulations, game! In each hub world, there are a grand total of 4 regular levels, a speedway, and 2 other levels which are different, which will not be mentioned yet. This game also has boss battles, and there are the boss battles which are in the regular levels, such as Mecha Jaws over here. He's not as cool as the Mecha Jaws in Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, but oh well. And there's this big sleepyhead over here, but these bosses aren't really worth mentioning. Except that I just mentioned them. Yeah, I'm pretty weird. But now it's time to talk about the real bosses. First, there's Buzz. Wait! Not that beeping Buzz, you stupid... Ah! First, there's Buzz, who's this giant frog thing. Okay, and he's a pretty tough first boss. I mean, when I first fought him, it took me a good few tries because this boss is quite hard. I will definitely admit that much. And oh my god, he's using a beeping spin dash on me, which kills you. Well, it hits you, but same thing, whatever. Then there is Spike, who is another really cool boss who tries to kill you because he's a boss. And I'd also like to mention that this guy is hard as bananas. Well, bananas aren't really that hard, so that was a terrible comparison. Spike is really difficult. Is that a banana? Oh my god, Diddy, why are you here? That looks like a banana to me. Can I have it? Fine, take the banana. Yay! Yeah, I hope you're gonna buy my amiibo when it comes out. I don't know if I will. What? Let's just get out of here. Take that banana away with you, Diddy. You better buy my amiibo or else you'll be dead, Big Man Bot. Okay. Maybe. And then there's a fight with Scorch, which is this giant bird man thing. I don't know what it is. All I know is that it's got wings, it's pretty difficult, and it's a fun boss fight. After collecting 100 eggs at the very, very least, or 19 if you like cheating, and after all of the hard work you did for getting every single egg you could actually go into this door, which will take you to the final boss. It's the sorceress. Anyway, the fight with the sorceress is pretty cool. Not as cool as Ripto's fight, but it's still cool. I mean, you have to dodge the sorceress's cool attacks, which are pretty hard to dodge sometimes. And you basically have to kill the sorceress with vehicles. And by the way, these vehicles don't control very well, so that's easier said than done. But anyway, the sorceress is still a cool fight, and you even fight the sorceress twice in this game. That's right, guys! Twice! Also, when I killed the second sorceress for the first time, the game crashed. And I did not collect the last egg, and I didn't see the ending. But I know what the ending's like, so it's not a huge deal. And I'm the reason why that happened!
12 seconds later.
I don't like being like this, Big Bang Bot! Good! Well, I'll get you later! Trust me, I will! No, he won't. Yes, I will! Whatever. And by the way, guys, I like the boss in this game. They're challenging, they're enjoyable, and overall I like them. The end. The controls are exactly the same as they are in Spyro 2, except that Select now takes you to the Atlas, so that's something. I don't have to explain the controls because of this.
Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
Spyro also gets to go in a bunch of vehicles, but the best one is, of course, the skateboard, and it's the only one worth mentioning. But there is one thing I hate about these skateboard things and how the game handles the skateboarding. The first skateboarding level is in Sunny Villa, which is the first level in the whole game. And the game tells you absolutely nothing about the skateboards, so you will be going around spinning a lot, not knowing how to perform tricks off of ramps. But in the second skateboarding level, which is in Enchanted Towers, which is in the second world, which you will need at the very least 16 eggs to get to, unless you cheat, then you could duck that down to 5. To get to this skateboarding level where it teaches you the controls. Pretend you're seeing the tutorial, guys. And in the third skating level, which is in Lost Fleet, and a mission in the Super Bonus round, which is not a skateboard, but it's something which controls exactly like the skateboard, there's a race, and oh my god, these are so much fun. I love these so much. If this does not look fun to you, then I don't know what the beat does to you. And I'm going to assume that you're a Glider 13 Bits fanboy, so take that, I'm probably right. Although I could be wrong, even though I'm probably right. Meh. The graphics in Spyro 3 are pretty good for the most part, especially for the PS1. I mean, they look great. I mean, the textures are nice and colourful, the character models are well detailed, and overall, it's a great game to look at, but I did notice quite a few graphical errors, which can be seen quite commonly in a lot of 3D PS1 games, which may need you to, like, clipping and camera getting stuck, which lead to these graphical glitches. And there's one more disturbing graphical glitch I noticed. At the end of the level called Charm Ridge, there is this princess, and she doesn't even animate when you save the baby dragon. What the beep is this beep? But other than that, this game looks amazing for a PS1 game. Get the beep out of this game now! Spyro! If you wanna put a snowman, come on, let's go and play with fire! I always see you in this game! This game is bad! No, it's not bad, but it's not as good as Spyro 2! I want to play the snowman! But you hate me! Why is this game not as good as Spyro 2? Do you want to put a snowman? It absolutely has to be a snowman! Okay, bye! The music in this game is a mixed bag. It's not as good as it is in the previous games, but trust me, the songs that are good in this game are really, and I mean really beeping good. There are some atmospheric songs which aren't the best, but there are some unatmospheric songs which are just epic. The best one is, of course, Fireworks Factory. Listen to its epicness. It sounds like someone's trying to breathe at this part. I'm not gonna let you listen to the rest, but still a good song. Look it up online if you want. The sound effects are the same as they were in Spyro 2. So I'm not gonna talk about them, I like them. And I hate talking about voice acting, so I'm not gonna talk about voice acting here. All you need to know is that it's not that bad, except that Hunter doesn't care, just like in the second game. And one thing I forgot to mention in my review on the second game is that SpongeBob is no longer voiced by Crash Bandicoot. He's now voiced by SpongeBob. So is the Professor, but whatever. One thing I will mention is that us Europeans got the short end of the stick when it comes to the music. And I'll tell you why. Basically, there are some levels which use different songs to what they were supposed to use. And this occurred in the game's original release, both for North America and Europe. And while this was fixed in the North American Greatest Hits release, these musical issues were not fixed in the PAL Platinum release, which makes me wonder if this game was even finished, especially since they had to re-release the game just to fix all the musical errors they made during development. Here's an example. Now, in the game, every speedway is supposed to have a different song. However, in all versions except for the North American Greatest Hits version, all of the levels use the same song, which was using Harbour Speedway in the NTSC Greatest Hits release. So that definitely makes me question this game's development cycle. Now I'm going to talk about the game's negatives, and I can basically write a full essay on how bad some of these things in this game are. This game has so many problems which are just so annoying, and why it's not as good as, you know, Spyro 2. First off, there are sometimes some graphical glitches. And while there were some in Spyro 2, it's still annoying to see them sometimes, especially since this is a second sequel. And the camera has improved, thankfully, but it's still not the best camera ever. But I will give it some credit, it's not terrible at all. It's definitely one of the better cameras in a 3D platformer. But there are just some things in this game which just rub me the wrong way. For example, the levels aren't as fun. It's not that the levels in this game are forgettable, oh no, it's just that some of these levels are so annoying. First off, they're bigger, which may sound like a good thing, but since that means that you'll get lost more in some of these levels, Lost Fleet, then you will have a lot of problems sometimes. And of course, you will still have trouble finding certain items at times, but all collectathons have this issue. It's something that collectathons can't escape from. It's just a sin for these collectathons. And while the music is great sometimes, other times it's either meh, or in one case, so bad that I had to turn it off. No, seriously, that's something I never have to do in a game. And if the fact that there's a song so bad that I do that in a Spyro game, then this game should feel ashamed of itself. It should feel ashamed of itself for having a song which I would literally turn off as soon as I hear it. I mean, that's not a good sign. You know, and every level in the game has beeping Rhinox as enemies. Every level. It's just like the Norks in the first game, but it's Rhinox. Surely there are still some original enemies, but they're still Rhinox. Why Rhinox? Can't we have all original enemies like in Spyro 2? No, we have to have Rhinox. That is so annoying. That is just not good, game. Not good. Just take a look at these fire effects. They're pretty basic for a PS1 game, especially for 2000. I mean, get extension to the Gecko. Same console, 2 years earlier. Better fire! Also, some of these Dragon Egg names are just so weird. I mean, surely there's some that make sense, but there are some which make no sense. whatsoever. And that is so weird. I mean, look at this. Bah! Humbug! But the thing that's most disappointing about Spyro 3 is that it's just not as fun as Spyro 2. Now, surely there are some cool levels in this game, but even some of the cooler levels are kind of ruined by some really annoying challenges. And I don't like Spyro 2 where there's like 3 or 4 really annoying challenges. Or maybe a few more than that, but whatever. This game has a ton of really annoying challenges, which I really don't like, and I really don't care for, and some of these challenges are just so frustrating. I'm not going to name all of them, or just any of them, because there's so many of them. Just go and watch my Let's Play if you want to find out what the ones I hate. But this game is just so annoying, especially if you're aiming for 100%. I mean, it's not worth collecting all 150 dragon eggs and 20,000 gems, and you don't even get an infinite flame breath if you collect everything, unlike in Spyro 2. You don't get anything super useful. Why? Why do you not get rewarded for your efforts? You're supposed to get rewarded for doing well. Spyro 2 rewarded you, yet Spyro 3 does absolutely nothing. This is so annoying, and this bogs Spyro 3 down. And these levels aren't as fun as the ones in Spyro 2. They're not designed as well, and the soundtrack isn't as good in my opinion, and I just don't like some of these levels as much, if not all of them. One thing I've got to mention in my Spyro 2 review, which returns to Spyro 3, are skill points! Now, skill points you get by doing certain things in certain levels, and what they do is that they give you an extra life, and they give you an extended ending, depending on how many you collect. So, that's something, I guess. But I guess other than that, this game can actually be good. Now, is it as good as Spyro 1 and 2? No, but it's still enjoyable. There are still some levels that I like, such as Bamboo Terrence, and the soundtrack can get really good when it wants to. And overall, this game can be enjoyable. There are some good levels, and while it never gets as good as Spyro 2, the game can still be fun sometimes, and it's still an interesting game. But it doesn't fix on all of the issues that Spyro 2 had, maybe except for the camera. And it adds its own issues, which is kind of annoying. And this game is just not the sequel I wanted. And while it's not bad, it's not amazing either. And that is disappointing, to say the very least. Wait, how did you get into the PS... Oh, whatever. Overall, Spyro 3. What can I say about this game? It's good, but it's not as fun as its prequel. I mean, the levels aren't as good, the challenges aren't as good, and overall the game's less fun to play. I just don't enjoy this game as much as Spyro 2. I don't know what it is in this game, but there's something in this game which makes me not enjoy it. It's just not as fun. I just don't know what to say. While the graphics are still great, the music is mixed, but the good songs are most definitely good. This game is still mixed. I mean, it controls just fine. It has good graphics, good music, some good levels, some average levels. And this game is just... I don't know what to say about this game. Overall, what shall I give this game? I don't know. You know what, guys? Beep my current rating system. Just beep it. It's so unorganised and I just hate it. I'm not using it anymore. Nope, I'm going back to my lettering system. I will give this game a B. Not a B+, a B. I don't know what to say about this game. It's good, but it's not as good as its prequels. That's all I'm saying. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please comment, rate, subscribe. My next review will be Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U. There's no that in the title and pretend I'm holding the game. And I'm pretty sure that some of us saw that review coming next. But anyway, this Big Bang Pot signing out. Wait a minute. What do you mean I forgot to talk about something else? About this game. What did I forget to talk about? I spoke about everything. I even spoke about the beeping skill points. And Sparks works the same as he does in Spyro 2 and... what did I forget? Tell me, what did I forget? You can play as 5 more characters in this game. Will you excuse me, guys? But I've got to go murder somebody.
12 seconds later.
Do I have to talk about this? No, seriously, do I have to talk about this? This review's gone on for long enough. Do I have to talk about this? Oh, I guess I have to. So, I will. You can play as 5 additional characters in this game. 5! And I'm going to go through all of them with all my might and explain my opinions on them.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. Life goes on.
First off, out of these 5 playable characters, there's Sheila the Kangaroo. Now, one thing I will immediately say about Sheila is that she's got an Australian accent. Why? She's a beeping kangaroo. Kangaroos are Australian. We're expecting her to have something like a Spanish accent, because if you were, then beep off. You should not be watching this video. You need a brain or something. But anyway, Sheila is a kangaroo. I already said that, but whatever! Anyway, just like I was saying, Sheila can jump really high. Why? It's obvious, she's a kangaroo. She even kicks her enemies to death. And trust me when I say this, because I'm not showing any solid proof, but it's a fact. She can kick beeping rocks with her bare feet. And she can stomp on giant beeping mushrooms, and it's pretty interesting. And as for my opinions on Sheila, she's okay. In fact, she's probably the best out of the 5 characters. And she's not even that good. She's not amazing. She's certainly not as good as Spyro, who isn't even that amazing in this game. But she is still kind of fun to play as, and while her jumping controls do feel stiff, especially when you use her high jump, she is still kind of fun to play as. So that's something, I guess. Wow! This game's first playable character is actually alright. Oh boy, this might not be as bad as I thought. Let's see who the next character is. Oh, babe. Let me say this right now. I hate Sergeant Bird. And that's not even a lie. I mean it. I despise Sergeant Bird. Here's my first problem with Sergeant Bird. Now, you can hover up with the X button and you move around with the analog stick and stuff. Yeah, that's simple. But guess how you shoot? Do you press square? Nope. You press circle. What kind of beep is that? But one little thing like that can't ruin this. It just can't. What ruins it are these controls. Oh my god, Sergeant Bird controls so awfully. He flies like a sack of potatoes, wearing a jetpack, and that is sad. He turns so awfully. He turns so slowly. Sometimes he doesn't even turn when you want him to turn. It takes him so long to gain momentum. He flies all over the place. He hits everything. It's so hard to get the altitude just right. And this stupid penguin, who's actually able to fly, can just go die for all I care. I despise Sergeant Bird. He controls so awfully. His levels suck. And overall, he is not a fun character to play as. Beep Sergeant Bird. Beep his parents. Beep his friends. Beep his family. And beep everyone who knows him. And beep himself. He can just go die in a pool of penguins for all I beeping care. And the less said about his main theme, the better. Now, each character, as in separate playable character, each has their own theme. And while these are meh at best, Sergeant Bird's one is absolutely horrible. And I just can't see why they couldn't have just used the main music for the main levels in the main levels when you're playing as a different character. And yes, you do sometimes change characters in a main level, and trust me, it's so annoying when there's a Sergeant Bird mission in a level. They just suck so hard. Then we have Bentley, who's a lot better than Sergeant Bird. Now, while he is slow, at the very least playing as him is actually kind of decent. He controls okay, his attacks are pretty decent, and overall, his levels aren't that bad. It's just that you rarely ever play as him, and it's not that fun playing as him because he's so slow. If Bentley was faster, he might have actually been a good character, but instead he's just okay. But he's surprisingly okay. I thought he would have been a lot worse, but trust me, he's actually not that bad. However, if there's one thing that's terrible about Bentley, is this stupid boxing match. You fight the Yeti from Colossus, which is a level in Spyro 2. Okay, except this is the worst boxing I've ever experienced in a video game. Ever. The controls, they suck. The punches are delayed, they don't always work. And this stupid Yeti, and the game calls the Yeti dumb. He keeps attacking you whenever he has a chance. Sure, you've got 3 different types of punches, but trust me, there's barely any strategy. You just gotta dodge him and hope that you don't lose. I hate this stupid boxing match so much. This isn't Punch-Out, guys. This is a terrible boxing round. This sucks. And Bentley's theme is so unfitting in this stupid boxing match. Bentley's theme is meh to begin with, but it's even worse in this boxing match, especially when you die a trillion times. And this is the exact song I was listening to when I was trying to fight this stupid Yeti. Seriously, this boxing match sucks, and I hope that it gets a knockout. I do not want to see this boxing match again, even though I will be seeing it again. And oh my god, thank god there's only one in the whole game.
That dumb Yeti.
Why you call it the Yeti dumb? For all you know, that Yeti might have been so smart that he managed to make it into human school, and he might have received 100% and A stars in all of his A levels. Why would you call him stupid? I know that he practically committed suicide and killed himself in Colossus, but maybe he just had a bad day that day. Why are you calling him stupid? I know he stole your ball, but you don't call someone stupid because they steal something from you. They don't know better if you're not near them. And the fact that he won't give it back, maybe he just likes that ball so much that he just wants to keep that ball. You don't have to call him stupid, you know. He has feelings, you know. Yetis have feelings. They have feelings. You shouldn't be so harsh on them, you stupid little Yeti guy. And I'd also like to mention that all of the Yetis in this game have an Australian accent, including Bentley. I never knew that, you know, Yetis were domestic to Australia, but now I know. And yes, there are 2 more characters. The next one is Sparks, surprisingly enough. You can actually play Sparks in this game. Sounds cool, except that Sparks' levels are basically pretty bad shooting levels. I don't like these levels. They're boring, they're slow, they're maze-like, and overall, they're just not fun. I don't like these levels. They're boring, they're uninteresting, there's a beat ton of enemies, and overall, I'm just not a fan of these levels. They're boring, they're slow, and I don't like them. Although Sparks does get new abilities when you beat them, which ranges from the gem finder, which you do need to unlock unlike in the second game, and an extra hit for Sparks, and also a longer gem range reach for Sparks, and being able to break boxes. So, that's something, I guess. And, of course, there's one more character. And who might this last character be, you might be asking? Well, this is who it is.
Children, your minds are too precious and innocent to bestow them on this. Please, avert thine eyes, children, be gone, and avert from this travesty.
I'd also like to mention that the main theme of Sparks levels is the same as the main theme of the game in the title screen, but anyway, back to business, guys! Let me get something straight. I hate Agent 9. I hate him. To shoot, you press circle. What the beep is this beep? Why isn't it square? Why the beep isn't the simple shoot button, the square button? I understand Spyro's flames for circle, because charging is on square, but this is something that should be on square, not circle. Spyro's flames are different. This is not different. This is dumb. Why? And that's why I hate Agent 9. I hate Agent 9 because his gameplay is so boring, he moves so slowly, and his air aiming is so annoying, and oh my god, it's just so boring playing as this beeping monkey. Why does Agent 9 have to be so bad? It's so boring playing as him. It's not enjoyable, it's not fun. It is not good. This is not fun. This is not good. This is running around as a stupid monkey, trying to get everywhere, and it's not fun. It's boring. It's slow. His aiming sucks. And overall, I hate Agent 9. That's all I'm saying. I despise Agent 9, and he definitely doesn't make this game more enjoyable. He makes this game worse. Why? Just why? I did that a second time. Overall, what can I say about Spyro 3? Except I've explained everything in the previous, overall ending sequence, but whatever. This game is mixed. Some parts of this game are good. There are some good levels, the graphics are great, the music's sometimes great, and overall this game can be fun, but there are some really annoying levels. It's very easy to get lost, despite the fact that this game was made to make it harder to get lost, and not all of the vehicles are fun to control. There are loads of annoying egg missions, the other playable characters, and overall this game is not the best. Do I hate this game? No, it's not a bad game. Well, some parts of this game are bad, however. This game, oh my god, I can't give it a B anymore because of the extra playable characters. This game gets a D. An average rating. This game is just average. No, I've got nothing else to say. It's average. Some parts about this game are good, but other parts about this game are really, really not good. If you want a good Spyro game, Spyro 1 2, go play those games. Just please, don't play Spyro 3 unless you're really curious. And unless you, of course, have nostalgia for this game. And this game is just not the best in the series. Those people call this game the best in the series, and to those people I'm like, what? I mean, seriously, this game takes away what was so good about Spyro 2. And that's depressing. They added stuff that didn't need to be added. Overall, this game is not fun. I do not like this game. I don't hate it, but it's not amazing. I do not love this game at all. And if you want to play it, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Even if it's like the worst game ever, and if you really want to play it, you can still go ahead. After all, I do want to try out Rayman 54 and Sonic 06. Then maybe Monkey. Anyway, thanks for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. My next review, just like I said earlier, will of course be Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Wii U. But before then, all I can say is happy gaming, happy life, happy spiraling, and goodbye, I guess. This is the end, guys. This is the end of my 50th review. I hope everything goes well through the next 50 reviews. But anyway, goodbye! Now, if only I could use my precious Yoshi amiibo or even Skylanders to get through some of the more annoying parts in this game. That would be so cool. But that's not the case. Aww.